It's almost 2021, so it's we need to keep it. I think when 2021 comes, there will be a poll, and people will probably ask, like, shall we redo 2020 because it wasn't really a year?
Let's rename it.
Yeah,
It went very fast.
it did. Like,
Yeah.
it still goes. Like, I'm not sure why it goes so fast. Perhaps everyone is because the reason is that everyone is working at home, or this entire Corona stuff actually slows us down to such an extent that we don't know what's happening anymore.
Indeed, yeah. We lost track of time.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Cool. Let me go and see. Open up my.
We got some watchers, some viewers.
Do we got some viewers already? That's very cool. I'm actually opening up the group right here in the live to see if we got some viewers. I can see a
Three.
like from Frank. I can see a hello from Scott. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing well. Let me go and see. I can see Fauzi watching. There's a fourth player watching, which is probably me. Frank is actually messaging me privately. Has the webinar started? It's
Awesome.
cool. I think you watching this actually means that it has started. Yeah, so this is going to be another training, another training, or another day, another training, I should say. Again, about Google Sheets, and I promise you guys, we can go on and on in terms of this Google Sheet integration. But this is going to be the final part for now. And from here on out, I think we're going to add the new additions to the improvement list, so that we from there. From next week or the week thereafter, we can start releasing some other integrations and features again.
Yeah.
Right, Fuzzy? Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Hey, Michael, what's up? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, like I said before, guys, it's Google Sheets part number 4. I'm just going to dive in right here with the agenda. So currently the introduction right here, we are going to well, I'm going to slightly touch upon the Google Sheet integration, how it is so far, and which actions we currently have access to, and how you can actually integrate. Again, for some reason, people tend to forget that. And we are going to briefly talk about the new actions. Then Faust is going to give give all of you guys a small demo. I always say like give me because I'm again, and I think we mentioned this on each and every live, right, Fauzi? That
Yeah.
you really don't prepare me for these demos, and they just come to you out of the blue. Um, so yeah, you did prepare something cool. You gave me a choice, and I'm not sure which one you're going to show us. Oh yeah, I remember. It's going to be a cool one.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Fauzi on the demo, and then we are going to keep it simple and leave you guys with a quick recap, and then questions and answers. And this can be about the Google Sheet integration, and of course, we take any other questions as well. Very, very cool stuff. Let me like that live here as well. So if you didn't already react to the live, love or like, really appreciate that if you guys can. Say something in the comments, say hello. Tell me more about your whereabouts or anything, and let us know that you're watching the live. Appreciate you guys. So let me just go right here. Picked out another GIF for you guys. Again,
Always good. You
guys.
don't get out of GIFs, it seems. This is
There's a
tons of
limited
them.
supply in diving GIFs. So this is another one for you. I would never do that though. I think that would
It
hurt.
hurts.
Yeah.
No, it hurts.
Right, guys. So I'm just going to head in right away. Again, a quick summary. I'm just going to quickly go through right here. I think it was 4 weeks ago already. I think it was the first week of July when we released the first part of Google Sheets, right, Fauzi?
Mhm.
Google Sheets part 1, and this is where we actually dropped the integration in the integration manager. So you are now, so you were able to connect your Google account and then use Google Sheets or connect Google Sheets using the integration manager. Then drag and drop yourself a chatbot using the Google Sheet card with the following actions: insert row, clear, and clear row, which previously was delete row, but then we actually learned that true delete is not possible. So we skipped the delete and actually named it clear row. Then we did another update where we have given you guys the ability to update a row in Google Sheets as well as retrieving a row. And that's already in part 3. I'm going fast. And we also have the ability to get data from a Google Sheet using an AIR variable. And that's very, very powerful stuff. And we showed you all about this in the last live, and it went over some people's head, but I think I actually watched it back. If you really take the time and take a look at what an AIR variable is and how Fauzi actually demonstrates that in the live, it makes a lot of sense. So if you still don't know what an AIR variable is and how that actually works with Google Sheets, then I suggest that you take a look at that previous live we did, which is called Chatbot 101 Google Sheets Part 3, the 22nd of July. And it's both available right here on Facebook and on YouTube as well. Now, moving on, guys. Right now, we already have the best Google Sheets integration out there. I mean, when it comes to chatbots and Google Sheets, you cannot get better than what we currently created. However, we want to go a step further, and this is where the new actions come into place with new possibilities. And that's something Fauzi is going to showcase to you guys in just a bit. Now, what we are going to add to the mix, and we already mentioned this last week as well, we are going to give you the ability to clear a individual cell, to update an individual cell, and retrieve a individual cell. So this is not about rows, but just a cell. And what that means for your Google Sheet experience, it's actually going to completely give you all the power you actually want for Google Sheets. And that's a very, very amazing stuff. So let me know in the comments, guys, if that sounds exciting to you. I think the chat is a little bit still, so it can use a little bit more energy, guys. Let us know in the chat. Yeah, and that's what I got for you right now. So I think we're going to dive in right away and do the demo. That's probably the best part of this anyways. And then we're going to take your questions and wrap this up. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Stefan, for leading in this live. It's always good to have you start with your insights right there and the recaps.
Sure.
So just like you stated before, we worked previously with rows. I'm going to share my screen real quick just to talk a little bit about differences between rows and cells. We did that already on the end of the previous live, but we can just go over it real quick once again.
Yep.
And there we go. Awesome.
Awesome. I can see your screen.
Yeah. So last time we talked about, in all the previous part, we dealt mostly with rows. So updating a row, deleting, clearing a row, or retrieving a row. Basically, when we talk about rows, we talk about a whole row. For example, if we had this ID name pricing, the values below it would be the row that starts with 123, goes to the second cell and goes to the third cell, and the combination of these cells make this row. So this makes sense in a lot of use cases. If you are building a database inside your Google Sheets, for example, you wanted to retrieve the name of your subscription that has an ID 123, just like we showed last time, we use a lookup value by the column name ID, and we are able to retrieve this whole row, and we can get any value out of this. Now, there are use cases where you just want to retrieve an individual cell. You are not interested in rows. You don't have lookup values. Let's say that you want to, you are storing a secret key for a particular service for your chatbots, and you know that this secret key is on cell B2 or A1. Let's say that this is secrets. So you just want to always go to A1 and retrieve what's on A1 to validate it with what your subscriber writes to your chatbots. This is just one example. Sales are also very good candidates to perform formulas. Last time we talked about the ability to use or perform formulas via Google Sheets and get them back inside your chatbots. And it works pretty well for us indeed, but also when we use it with sales, it just opens up a lot of possibilities because we can just use the cell to perform any formula calculation and we just return back the cell. We don't need to look up for any value or whatever stuff that is with it. So it works pretty well for applying formulas. And this is what we're going to demonstrate in this training today. We will see how we can actually use the new cell actions to perform a formula inside your Google Sheets and pass the value back to Clever Messenger. So what we're going to create is a chatbot that translates whatever you write to it from English to Spanish.
Awesome.
It sounds complicated, but it's very easy.
Do you know
Very,
Spanish
very easy.
though?
A little bit.
A little
Un
bit.
poco, I think. That's what they say.
Vamos, vamos.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm going to stop my screen real quick while I log into the Clever Messenger account. And it's already done. Awesome. So we're on the Album Guys page. We always use that page for the good stuff that we're doing. Okay, cool. So let's get started. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, sharing the screen again. There we go. So we're going to go to the flows and we're going to create a new flow.
Rob is saying, in the meantime, boarding a plane you'll have to do without all my questions today. I mentioned stay safe, wear a double mask. Hey, Rob, hope you're having a nice flight, man. Scott is saying something either in Spanish or in French. I'm not even sure. It's in E2 brut or brute. I'm not even sure.
I'm not sure this is. Have to see it.
Then one of the Dutch guy translates. Goes all wrong. Yeah, really looking forward to see what you got in store for us, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So we're going to create a flow. But before we create the flow, sorry, I just missed a step here. I'm just going to go and create a custom field that will store the words or the sentence that we want to translate. So create a new, let's say, word or sentence or to be translated. To be translated. Okay, select type. This will be of type text and description. We will save the word sentence that we want to translate in this custom fields.
Okay.
With that said, we're just going to create our flow right here. We will start by asking our subscriber what word or sentence they want to translate.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use this using the ask for other information cards because this is free inputs.
Even though we can actually use this setup you're going to create for anything we'd like, what you are building right now is the first steps of a translation chatbot, right?
Yes.
Cool. Nice.
So we're going to drop this other information card and we're going to drop
Google Sheets.
a text card just because I'm close to it. And I'm going to scroll down to Google Sheets. We're optimizing the steps here.
Okay.
Scrolling up and down. Okay, so this Zoom thing is getting out of the way or in the way.
I can see it. No, but, it's more for you.
Yeah.
I just want to say that Clever Messenger really looks awesome today.
It always does.
Yeah. Did you guys actually, like the dev team, optimize again some stuff in terms of speed? Because it actually was faster today for me.
Yeah, we keep optimizing stuff.
Yeah.
Every time there will be something optimized.
Yeah. So it was pretty fast for me. Again, like I was just fiddling around with the Google Sheet stuff earlier today.
Yeah.
Really opened fast. Everything on the Flow Composer really went fast. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah, we are having plans to also optimize the UX of the Flow Composer and even get the performance to the extra or to the next level.
Yeah.
That's something that's coming up. We are already on the making, and it's also we're going to put all efforts into it in the next weeks as well.
Super.
So to get back to the subject, we're going to ask our subscriber for what they want to translate, and we're going to save it into be translated. So what do you want to translate? We're going to save it, and we're going to open our Google Sheets cards. Note that we have our accounts here. We're going to select an action, obviously. We're going to use the update cell. So something that you will notice here, we have insert row, but we don't have insert cell because the cell is always updated. There is no insert. So if we're going to talk about inserting a row in our previous example, it would be inserting something below this row to hold another value, for example, 124, which is another ID for another product and whatever stuff. But the cell is always a cell. It cannot be, it just updates. It goes from the first state, which is empty, to having something, and then later it can go again from having something to empty or having something to having some other value. So it's always an update action. So we're going to use updates. We're going to select the spreadsheet for today.
Quick shout out to girls from support. Take a look at these stuff.
Cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to select the worksheet, and we're going to here have the lookup cell. So this can be any cell actually, because we just want to perform a formula. You can just pick any cell, and you have plenty of cells inside the worksheets. So you cannot go wrong. Here I would just pick B4 randomly and just put B4.
Cool.
So B4 and the value. So here we're going to use a pretty nice formula from Google Sheets, which is Google Translate.
I didn't know that this actually existed.
Yes, this actually takes 3 parameters. The first one is the text that we want to translate, the source language, and the target language.
Yeah.
So for the text to translate, we will simply add the words to be translated.
Yeah, to be translated. There we go. Still need to fix that, I guess.
Yeah. Just going to go here instead of fiddling around with this. And yes. So everything is looking good, I think. Okay, cool. So what we're doing here is we're applying a Google Sheet formula to translate whatever the subscriber entered, which we saved in the custom field to be translated, and we're going to translate it from English to Spanish. This is the first step. Now the second step, we want to show the translation to our subscriber. So we need to retrieve this actual cell, which is before. Again, here we have accounts. Again, you can have multiple accounts. I always do this during these demos and say this sentence so that you know that you can have multiple accounts.
With anything, we try to give you as much as we possibly can. So like unlimited connections.
Yes.
Book, Facebook pages, unlimited integration accounts, everything.
Yeah, indeed. So what we're going to hit here is retrieve cell. Again, we're going to select our spreadsheet. So this is the one that we'll be using. The worksheet will be sheet 1. And remember earlier we used before. So I'm just going to type the cell before. Note here that it says that retrieve cell will appear as an error variable on cards connected to this cards.
Awesome.
So I'm going to save. Now I'm going to open this cards, which is the text cards.
I do get a question already
Yes,
in just
sure.
a bit. I think that question can be asked. Remind me though that I got a question.
Of course. Cool.
Yeah.
Translated text is, and we use the air variable, just like we saw last time. Here you see that it displayed the cell that we wanted to retrieve, which is before.
And remember, guys, this air variable is showing because the text card is actually connected to the Google Sheets card.
Yeah.
And it works with air variables. So that's why you see that option.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to save this, and if everything is smooth, I hope so, then we should see our bot doing the translation job.
Very cool. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
I think this entire video already has some value because I think I'm not the only one that actually knew this Google Sheet formula, like with the translation. I really didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah.
This actually opens up a lot of possibilities.
Indeed.
In terms of translating, you can translate your entire bot that way as well.
Mm-hmm. So here, just going. I need to click on get started. So this means that I have to open up the messenger, which might reveal some conversations. So I'm going to stop sharing here. Cool. Just to check if we have anything not worth showing in this. Okay. So I have to click on get started here. What do you want to translate? So I'm just going to use pick up any word, Stefan.
Can I choose anything?
Anything. Just
can I also choose a sentence?
Yeah, go ahead. Just choose anything.
I love Clever Messenger.
I think we will have some problems translating Clever Messenger.
I think so
because
too.
it will.
But that will be cool, right?
Yeah. I'll just make it here. I'll make it one word.
Yeah,
Clever Messenger, so that it doesn't translate Clever as a messenger to Spanish.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So if everything is good, it says translated text is me encanta. I'm not sure if this is Clever Messenger. And we got our translation right away.
That's really cool. I'm not even sure if that's the word for love, but perhaps you need to do French. J'adore.
Yeah, it's fine. I think we can also just.
This is amazing stuff, to be honest.
I'll use another stuff. Yeah. For example, let's translate telephone. See what it. We can, by the way, just have a button which we said, do you want to translate more? Just because here, for the sake of the demo, we didn't do that. I'm just clicking on those meanings.
Really, really cool.
Cool. So, phone. Telephone.
Oh, no.
And if you go to your sheet, you see that the before always holds the new values that you put with the.
Oh, that's really cool. Nice. Scott is actually helping us out right here. He's saying, I did not know Google Sheets had this translation formula as well. That's absolutely awesome. And he's saying encanta is like or enjoy. So it actually makes sense. Google Sheets actually helps us make it more feasible and understanding as well in Spanish language. So if you don't mind, Fazé, I want to ask you a question right here. So let's imagine that like 100 or 1,000 people are actually using this chatbot right now, and you have set it up like this.
Yeah.
Can this sheet actually handle that stuff and this method right here, or will I put in, for example, phone, and because another user 100 is putting in email address or car, will we not get the wrong?
Yes. So there are two ways on how to solve this. By the way, your Google Sheets has, I think, if you just combine the possibilities, to be billions of values that you can fit in one sheet, without talking about adding more sheets to the same spreadsheets. The other thing is you can also use the clear value stuff. So whenever someone enters whatever particular thing, you can clear that value and use it again for someone else. What you can also do is you can make yourself look up using Google Sheets integration to look if that value is already filled. And if so, you move to the next value and you continue
Okay, yeah.
to the next cell and you continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's,
Okay, that's handy. But you're actually saying that I don't have to worry. I can still use this setup.
yeah, you can use the setup to have a fully working translator bot. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, because you can use formulas that will tell you which thing is free, and
Yeah.
you can retrieve that and you can use it, and it will just
And
continue.
it goes fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Really cool. Man. This
You
is
can also,
this opens up. If you want to do another demo, then be my guest. But
yeah, we not do it live here, but you can also just quickly also make a calculator where the person enters their thing to calculate like 10 times whatever stuff divided by whatever thing, and you pass it along the same fashion there and you use back and you have your calculation done. So you can also make a bot that calculates stuff.
That's really
And
cool.
it's very useful because I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I think Stefan, you also do this. I think most of us do. So when we want to make a translation, not translation, sorry, to make a calculation, I always do it inside Google. Like if I want to calculate, for example,
In the
what
Google
is
search bar.
5?
Yeah.
Yes, in the Google search bar.
I do
Yes.
that too. Yeah, I do that too. Correct.
Yeah, so don't be surprised actually if you make a bot that makes a calculator that makes calculations and you get actually usages of that bot because it's just simple. You type
That's
there.
really simple because this way I can actually I don't have to open up Google anymore. I can have it on my phone right there and put them in some weird calculations, and it actually knows
Yeah.
what to do. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
With also history because the chatbot will keep the conversation history and you can see the past calculations as well. Which is,
This is really cool. This is actually going to help me in my personal life as well. I'm gonna make a personal chatbot with calculations. I do a lot of calculations. That's really cool. Man, this is so awesome. I can see this working for in so many ways. I really want to thank you for that Google Sheet or that Google Translation stuff.
Most
That
welcome.
really is pretty cool. But to have that ability in to use that ability right now in your chatbot as well really just blows my mind. I mean,
yeah, I think we're the only one, by the way, to have the sales operations. So if you wanted to do this with some other services, you will have to go through the rows. So you have to go for a lookup where you look up the right thing, then you retrieve the whole row, then you retrieve the right value of it. Yeah. This makes it very easy to actually do these operations here.
Very cool. This is cool.
One of the optimizations that we will do on Thursdays, which is improvement days, is just to make it so that it doesn't take a lot of time. Mm-hmm. Once you have an update operation, you will already have the error variable available for you without having to select.
Okay.
So that you don't have to create an extra card for.
So you don't have to create a retrieve?
Yeah. Always the value that is inserted, you will get the result of it.
Interesting. Cool. Really, that should allow us to work even faster.
Faster, yeah. These are the kind of small things that we will keep improving on the integration.
Cool. Yeah, so that's really cool, guys. So for people watching this right now, tell me what you think. Nova is actually joining us as well. Welcome, Nova. Really appreciate you being here as well. Scott is saying, encanta or enchanta is like, or enjoy. Actually, it means enchants me. Yes, clever messenger enchants all.
It seems that we have a lot of Spanish speakers.
Yeah. As Scott is saying, I'm loving the Google Sheets integration. This makes the chatbot so smart, and I couldn't agree more because right now you can implement those formulas into the chatbot. You can really take your chatbot to the next level. Now with these translations, even more so. I actually pre to this live, I actually mentioned something to Fuzzy as well, and using the Google Sheet as a database for emoji. For example, you can drop the entire emoji list from Emojipedia into a Google Sheet, and then you can actually cross-reference each and every emoji with a word or a phrase. For example, if someone sends you a crying emoji because they are not entirely happy with the chatbot service or whatsoever, you can actually have it send back a phrase of your liking as well, which is which is pretty cool. And I think, yeah, this is exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have
Okay.
you can actually,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really cool. And if you add those sentiments in there as well, like a crying emoji is obviously sad, and a happy emoji is smiling. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And this allows you to even in the most advanced form trigger support staff as well. So, for example, if someone's happy, perhaps you want to lead them to a specific decision tree inside your chatbot that
Mm.
allows them to set up a testimonial for your product or service. You have a happy customer already. They're more inclined at that moment to leave a testimonial, and they're happy with your product, so the testimonial is probably going to be good as well. However, if they're unhappy, at that moment you don't want to have them leave a testimonial, because the testimonial is going to suck and it's not going to help you. Now, at that moment, you would like to intervene yourself or have your team intervene, and
Yeah.
they can actually jump into the conversation, take over that conversation, and see how they can help that customer.
Yeah.
This is just one of the ways that actually came up top of mind, and
Easy. Easy.
I think,
Makes it very easy
yeah,
for non-programmers to use,
yeah,
because it's like your database. You're building it right away like this, and you just have everything connected, and you make decisions based on the input that the user gives. Very,
yeah.
I like the example there of the sentiment stuff.
Oh.
It makes a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
actually planning to do some stuff right there as well, like creating a sheet, and then giving that sheet to all of you guys with the flow, of course, so that you can actually copy that over to your own Google Sheets and in your Clever Messenger as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
cool.
I would love to see this
Yeah,
happening.
I think it's really cool, and I
Yeah.
still owe you guys the Clever Clue.
Clara, clairvoyance. Yeah.
That's very cool as well. It's actually going to make my life way easier with this retrieve cell stuff, because my current setup is with still with Integramod, right?
Mm.
Then Integramod actually checks the row and identifies with a lookup, and then grabs a specific value. However, I can now totally redo the entire thing and
Yeah.
just have the formula right to the cell and retrieve it right there. So
Yeah.
my entire chatbot is going to be so much easier to manage and set up. So that's thank you for that, Fauzi. It's
You're
going to
welcome.
be very easy.
The word was waiting to not
Yeah,
put that demo case
yeah.
for the set is there.
That's
Yeah.
really awesome. It's going to bring a lot of fun to the chatbot building as well.
Mm.
I can't wait to release some of my thoughts and play around with it, because that's what I've been doing a lot lately. Just fiddling around with chatbots, Cloud Messenger itself, seeing how far we can push it. And to be honest, there was a limit at times, but right now with this Google Sheet integration, and I know what's coming more. Again, like you opened up like a billion possibilities with this integration. And special shout out to Lawrence and Abi for helping
Yeah.
you with this as well. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to quickly take over the screen again. Fauzi, I think we're going to finally do it this time and complete a live before the 60-minute time mark. So that would be cool. So can you see my screen, buddy?
Yes, I can see it.
Or yeah, or did I go too fast right there? Did you still want to?
No, that's it. That was about the
Okay,
demo. I think we
cool.
talked more about the use cases. So
Okay, awesome.
more than enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we got for you right now. I know it's July. A lot of people are going on vacation. A lot of people
Mm.
are doing a lot of cool stuff, even during this Corona time. Myself, I've been on a weekend. I think last weekend. It was just 2 days with hanging out with some friends, and actually next weekend we have another day with another group of friends. All guys just hanging out, doing a barbecue once again. A lot of barbecues. That's what my life consists of.
A
I
lot
hope
of
you're getting
barbecues.
some
Mm,
cool times as well with some friends over there and your girlfriend, of course.
mm.
Anyways, guys, the Google Sheet recap. Again, Faz, I want to thank you for this amazing Google
Thanks,
Sheets
Stefan.
integration and releasing so much cool stuff over the last 4 weeks. I think we did a good job because we at least got one person excited, and that is Scott. Scott, thank you. Um, I always say if we can at least convince one person to see
Mm,
the value, I think we already did a good job.
it is. Yeah,
However, I think more people will see the value in what we have been building so far, and it's going to be even more amazing. So,
definitely.
guys, yeah.
Yeah,
So, guys, a recap from the Google Sheet integration. Point one, we released the best Google Sheet integration. I can honestly say that this is the case right now. If we take a look at our current competitors,
yeah,
they don't even come close. And to be honest, I don't even think they are trying to reach this phase
yeah,
and make it so easy for you to implement Google Sheets in your chatbots. Like Fauzi mentioned in this live before, if you want to do something similar, what Fauzi just demonstrated in what I think it took you just over 2 minutes,
yeah.
and
Top 5 minutes stop if you
that's with
just you
explain.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's with explaining, right?
yeah.
Even without explaining, I think you can set this up in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
If you were to do
We can
this,
make it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Again, we can time it next time, but
yeah,
what's cool is that if you, or what's not cool, if you go to a competitor of ours, you actually need to work with those lookups and have those intermediary integrations there as well. So that takes you a lot of time, and it actually adds a lot of redundant stuff to the mix as well. Like you're also losing your overview as well. So that's really
yeah.
stupid stuff. And we are actually giving, by giving you all these possibility, guys. We are giving you the entire overview back and making it just easy for you and giving your time back as well. I think that's one of the most important things.
Indeed. Yeah,
This time is something we never get back. I mean,
yeah,
money always replenishes, right?
yeah.
For some reason, it always comes back to us. But time is something we lose, and this is something we need to optimize. And
Indeed.
this is what
Yeah.
Fauzi did for you guys. So current actions. Again, a recap. We got insert row, clear row, update row, retrieve row, retrieve a cell, update a cell, and clear a cell, and all fully compatible with R variables. Am I pronouncing variables good, Fauzi?
It seems that you trained a lot on this. Today
I
it's
did.
perfect.
I did. I did.
Stefan mentioned last time, let's just change air variable because I'm having a hard time saying it. Air variable.
Variables. Yeah. So I think I'm doing a good job right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Definitely.
Air variables. Cool.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Cool. So let me just take some questions right here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we got for you guys. We have now some time reserved for the Q&A. So again, it's time for questions. You can ask us anything you'd like or anything about the Google Sheets integration. Let me just take a quick look at the chat right here. Eric is there. Hey, Eric. Hope you're doing well. Scott is saying, are you using a video streaming service or just Facebook Live directly? Scott, we're using Zoom. We actually used Big Marker before. We used Be Live before. We used a direct connection as well as Perin
Yeah.
at some time as well. And we found that Zoom works best for our setup right now. But it does not have those fancy things that a app like Be Live can do with the third
Indeed. Yeah. We had a lot of
the lower third, yeah.
problems. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it serves a purpose, right? For the webinars we plan on doing, we are doing those on Big Marker, or that's what we're going to start with. Eric is saying, yes, we're using Zoom, or they are using Zoom, and I can confirm. And Scott is saying, I learned about Google Translate and ability and emoji lookups, 2 value bombs. Really appreciate it. And Michael saying, the wife walked in during the demo and I will have to watch the replay. Sounds familiar, Michael.
A lot.
They do that to us. I'm just taking a quick look right here. It seems that the coast is all clear. She's still at work, so that's good. Scott is saying, now I can see the Zoom logo. Yeah, that I like that. And Eric is laughing his ass off as well. Now, that's awesome. If there's no questions, guys, then I'm going to say thank you. Fuzzy, if there's still something you would like to say, then this is the time.
I wouldn't mention much more than what you've mentioned. So thank you, Stefan, for leading the scene and getting the value up. Okay. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's always a pleasure to have you here. And I think this time we're not going to cross the 60 minutes mark, which is also a win for us as well.
It's a good win. Yeah.
Awesome. Good. Thanks, Stefan. Thank you, guys. And let's meet next Wednesday for another cool meeting. And this time it will not be about Google Sheets, but about something else.
I'm not sure what we are going to talk about yet. Can we say something?
We leave it as a surprise.
Awesome. Michael saying, Stefan, did you get my testimonial? I just looked up in the video ask and I can see your testimonial up close. Nice little, even got your shirt on. That's really awesome. I can't wait to give that a listen and send that to the team as well. That's actually a good thing to say. Each and every testimonial we get, if it be written or it be a video, we are going to show it to the team first, so they actually know you guys as well, so that they actually get that feeling that they are doing it for someone. And we always really get happy once we receive a testimonial, because it is some clear feedback and we can genuinely see the joy in someone's eyes, and it helps with the team morale as well. So anyone who sent a testimonial before, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming. If you didn't send in a testimonial yet, let me know and I'll send you the link. And yeah, something cool will come your way if you do as well. So yeah, Michael, we have received your testimonial. We'll give it a listen in just a bit. Thanks for that. And Scott is saying, congrats on the great product and integrations. Keep them coming. Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Fauzi, for being such an amazing dude.
Thanks. Same there, Stefan. And let's wrap up this thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Bye.